Yo, 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 this is King Lion on the beat, and I'm with my boy right now,
Jelani Muna.
and this is the Dual 8 podcast. Yo, we just want to say thank you for the people who watched the first episode and stuff. Yo, okay, we so happy that you gave us a chance, and I hope this second episode goes good, and let's get this thing going. Bro, how you doing?
I've been doing all right. I've been trying to catch up on WWE stuff. It's a bit difficult sometimes because WWE has a lot of stuff that you got to catch up on. There's so much stuff going on, but I try my best to catch up on it and be able to try to figure out what's going to be happening with the upcoming pay-per-views, like WrestleMania, for example.
Yeah, yeah, I think they have been so many. They have been so many shows. I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason why like it's so hard to like catch up on. Well, like I'm a little like I'm not behind, but I'm like a little bit confused, and especially with the time now, with like they're coming on at 3 and 4 o'clock because of the European tour. It kind of like messed up. It kind of messed up like the timing of it.
Yeah, I mean, it has for me too, because usually, like, I'll like after work I'd watch them around like 8 o'clock or so. But now with it being at like 3, 4 o'clock, they air while I'm at work, so I don't really get much time to really watch them.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. Usually, I'm like, hey, if I'm usually when I'm working, I'm usually like, hey, I just have one of my headphones in. I put my Netflix on. I put it in my pocket just to hear them talk. I'm not even really watching them wrestle or anything.
Yeah, but there are a couple of stuff that we have picked up on, and we would be excited to talk about them here on this podcast.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun, exciting, and a little bit crazy podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get into wrestling, there's something I got to say a little bit. And this is not about wrestling. Uh, I think it's a little bit early to do this. I usually don't kind of go off until a certain point of the time in the show. But I think but this is usually about wrestling. That's how I go off. But this is not about wrestling. This is about the NBA right now. And this is about a guy. And this is about a guy who's messing with my goat, my great and my glorious king, LeBron Ramon James, and his name is Stephen A. Smith. And okay, first of all, you think is Stephen A. Smith? I watch some of your shows. So I watch them. I always catch up on First Take, and I want to say this: congratulations on getting that contract. You got the big bucks. I'm happy for you. Anybody who's a seed, any one of us who's a seed in this world making that money, I'm happy for them. Okay, but you going after somebody that you going after one of my goats. There's only two people I will go to war for. Well, there's only two people that are not my family or friends who I go to war for, and that's John Cena and that LeBron Ramon James. You went after LeBron James, and I think okay because you want because what's sad about it is, and you didn't even go after him. You went after his son. His son. This happened a few weeks ago. We're gonna go Stephen A. and LeBron James were trying to talk. We're talking. LeBron came up to him like a man, like he is. He tried to talk, and he tried to talk to Stephen A. And then Stephen A. went on First Take and went on his podcast talking his smack like he's gonna do something, And then Braun says a little something back, and now it's a big beef. And now Stephen A. is trying to be the next Kid Bayless, trying to take down LeBron legacy. And see, listen up. I know. Listen, I understand about the GOAT debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Nobody knows it more than me. I have arguments with some of my basketball friends about it all the time. And I understand, Stephen A. You're a Michael Jordan fan. So I understand what you I understand. Hey, you're gonna defend your goat. I'm gonna defend my goat. There you go. But I'll be damned if you're going after a guy and his son because you don't like because you don't think he's the goat. I'll be damned about that. And you went after Bronny James, Bronny James, a kid who just got done dealing with a cardiac arrest, a kid who just got into the NBA, and now you ready to crucify that brother, saying he can't play ball. Well, hey, I guess you couldn't play ball either with your 1 point, 1 rebound, and 0 assists, in your high school record or your college record, whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, okay, while okay, I think you need to back the heck up because right now, Bronny doing great. 17 points against Milwaukee, 34 points in the G League, averaging 22 in the G League. Okay, and then you coming after the Gloria King, MVP candidate right now, and all the rest, and he's in year 22, about to get the fifth ring. Man, listen, I know me and you, we are New York fans. We are New York Knicks fans. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm hoping for our New York Knicks to make it to the NBA final. But I'll be damned if you come and you talk about my Lakers, and especially my king, LeBron, Ramon, Bad James, because that's how good he is. He is, okay? Now, you want to talk about, you want to talk about anything else? Listen, you want to talk about the basketball court? That's fine by me. I mean, you got maybe you a journalist. You can talk that smack. I understand that. But you better not talk bad about Brian and his fatherhood. Brian was standing up like a man to you because you said nobody was going to come up to talk to you. He came up to talk to you like a man, and he was defending his son, and now he using Bronny as a crush. He using Bronny for this and that to get ahead. Cut the bullshit, Stephen A. Bron haven't used anybody a day in his life. Everybody else been using him. That's why most of these guys today got rings. Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. Hell, no disrespect to D Wade, and I got him in my top 20. Top 20. But hey, listen up. Except for that one championship with Shaq. Shaq, okay? The other two came with who? Dope James. So do me a favor, Stephen A. Next time, check your facts. And oh yeah, one little tiny thing. I did okay. You said okay. You were saying, oh yeah, Braun dropped the video of you boxing back a year ago, like yeah, okay, trying to say, oh, you can't box and stuff. Man, you were the one on your podcast when he was playing against the Indiana Pacers, saying, "Oh, yeah, if this was a Chris Rock and Will Smith situation, and I would have swung at Braun, and I maybe would have got my ass kicked like you would, but I would have swung. You started that, and take some responsibility for your actions. And it says, okay, take some responsibility. Okay, don't let the money fool you, your son. Don't let the money change you. Okay, and that's all I got to say about this. Because that thing just pissed me the hell off.
Damn, you really went in on that one.
Calm little crash out. Nobody come. Okay, I told you guys. There are two people. Goat James and Goat Cena. Two goats. No, okay, no reception. Okay, and I will be watching the Lakers whoop everybody's ass at the NBA Finals and in the playoff because the Lakers in five, like OKC, UFC, KFC. Lakers at five, okay, and Denver Nuggets, Chicken Nugget, okay, and Wendy's Nuggets, okay, Lakers at five, Golden State Warriors, Show Warriors, Dope Warriors, Lakers in five. Clippers, Rippers, Shippers, Lakers in five. Okay. Same way how it's gonna be Knicks in five with everybody else. Okay. Understandable. I'm predicting it right now. NBA Finals. Finals. Knicks versus Lakers. Lakers. You better okay. You heard it here first, sons. Okay. Because Jalen Brunson coming back. And coming back, he leading our team from the leading our New York Knicks to the finals. And LeBron James, he's going to get his fifth ring because he's leading us to a final too. And that's going to be, and that's how the NBA finals going to be. You better recognize Jack.
Well, damn. I mean, don't mess with his goats, everyone. I mean, Braun James and John Cena. You don't want to mess with either two of them because he's gonna come after you.
Now let's get into some wrestling. Let's get into some wrestling, and I'm going to and let's see. And I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is the first thing we're going to talk about is congratulations to the Street Profits. Street Profits are the new tag team champions. They won it 2 weeks ago against DIY. I'm happy for them, bro. How you feel about the Street Profits finally winning tag team gold once again?
Hey, I mean, congratulations to both Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins for reaching and winning the tag team gold. I mean, it's always good to see new champions. It's always good to see people winning and everything. But there is something I do want to say, and that is a lot of people want to see the Street Profits break up, though. They want to see Montez Ford go on a solo run, and I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
What I gotta say about that is I'm with the people. I do want to see Montez Ford go on a singles run, and this is the thing that I'm gonna say about that is Montez Ford. He got the look, he got the skills, he got the mic skills. Montez Ford, and I said this a while back. I said this even before he won his first championship back in NXT. I believe that Montez Ford will be a world champion. And I think that they've been hinting him being on his singles run, trying to challenge for the world championship because they've been doing it on the 2K games a little bit, like last year. And last year he was challenging, he was in the main storyline for my rise or my career and stuff, but him challenging the character for the tag and for the world championship. I think I think WWE sees it and he sees the potential that Montez Ford has. And I wouldn't be surprised sometime next year we see Montez Ford uh, we see Montez Ford break out and he be his own single star. Now, do I believe that he's going to break up with Angelo Dawkins and they're going to like break up the Street Profits? No, I don't. I feel like WWE is smart enough to be like, hey, I'm going to do what I did with the New Day. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to put Montez on Raw, and I'm going to put Angelo Dawkins on SmackDown, and I'm just going to separate them so they can still be cool guys. They can still be friends, and Montez Ford can do his own thing, and Angelo Dawkins can do his thing.
Okay, so basically you just split them with the draft.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, yeah, I do agree that Montez Ford can be a world champion on his own. You know, I agree that he could be a world champion, but I mean, it's like it kind of to me it's kind of like it feels like the not many people like to really see tag teams all too much. It feels like a lot of people want to see guys split up. They want to see they want to see they want like for example like Street Profits. They want to see Montez Ford split up with Angelo Dawkins, and it feels to me that the tag team division just isn't too strong. I mean, how do you feel about the tag team division?
The tag team division on SmackDown to me is good. I think it's good where it is right now. I think it's lacking on Raw. I think Raw don't have a lot of good tag teams. I think there's only two tag teams that are really, three that are solidified, and there's another faction, and it just, I think the Raw tag team scene is not really booming where it's supposed to be, but the SmackDown is. And I think the issue with this and issue with the situation of tag teams not being where it used to be is because like I don't think there is not that face of the tag team division anymore. Because like when when in the 2010s, like there was a face of the tag team division. There was at least there was a reason why people challenged for the tag team titles. Like the New Day. New Day was the GOAT for the tag team division for 20 in the 2010s. In the early 20 no in the mid 2010s. Then it was the Usos and the New Day. Then it became just the Usos, and there is not that big final boss that I can say, hey, listen, I gotta beat you, so I can say, hey, I am the greatest tag team of all time. There's just a bunch of tag teams being like, hey, okay, I want the titles just so I can be champion and stuff, but there's no real legit like big threat for the tag team division. And once maybe they get something like that, maybe then we're gonna see the tag team division go up.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes all they just do is they just pair two random guys together. They don't even give them like a tag team name. It would just be like this wrestler and that wrestler competing in a match, and they would just do that. And it's just like it's just two random guys, and that's it. And I feel like that's also what kills the tag team division. Is that sometimes they would just pair random people together that have no chemistry with each other, and they're just there just because.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Sometimes it do work, and it works. It it works because like I don't because when you have two guys who are like not they lost their path. Like I think a prime example is like Sheamus and Cesaro. I think those two guys was singles wrestlers, great singles wrestlers, but they didn't know where to go with them. You paired them together, they became the bar, and it was a great tag team. Now were they going to be the new face of the tag team division? No, they wasn't. But they was a big obstacle for the tag team division.
Yeah, I mean though, I guess it's but like how would you fix the tag team division and more specifically the Raw tag team division because you did say that the SmackDown one was good but the Raw one was lacking. How would you fix that?
Well, I was saying that maybe you bring up some tag teams for NXT like Fraxium and the D'Angelo family, but I just saw what happened on on NXT, and I see that I see that they are sort of breaking those guys up a little bit, Fraxium, and they might be breaking up the D'Angelo family a little bit as well. So it's like uh, that was my first plan, and me and you did discuss we did discuss them coming up and trying to refinalize the tag team division, but if they are gonna break them up, then I guess the best thing you could do is maybe take a team from SmackDown and put it on Raw, and the best team I think you can do to like boost up maybe morale is DIY.
Okay. I mean like honestly, though what about the Usos? Because like I saw Raw and it seemed like they're bringing back the Usos. Like they tagged with each other to go against A Town Down Under.
Um, well, that's the thing, and that's something that I did want to talk about. I don't think you should bring the Usos back as a tag team. I think what they doing. separately is the best way is the best way you could go for them. Because Jey Uso has his own path that he's doing with the world title. And Jimmy Uso has his own path on trying to be a single star. And this is something that I want to talk about. I'm going to get off the tag team for a second. I do want to say this. I think this is about Jimmy Uso. I really believe that Jimmy and Uso has like we okay. Let me say this. We usually see tag team breakup, and we usually see tag teams like there's one guy who becomes the big star, and then there's one guy who just fades out. But there's those rare moments where you have those guys who are both big stars. I see that in the Usos. Okay, and I see that more in Jimmy now than I see in Jay because I think Jimmy has now found who he is as a single star. I think the No Yeet Club have been doing good. Big Jim is showing up, and I see it in his eyes that now he's believing that he can be a big main event star. Now I don't believe. Now this is the thing. Do I believe Jimmy Uso is going to win a world title this year? No, no, I don't. And I think this year is more about Jay. But I do believe that Big Jim is going to win a United States Championship, and I do believe might be the road for him to go to get his own world championship. And right now, I'm just going to do my early prediction for the Money in the Bank. Not this year Money in the Bank, but next year. This next year's Money in the Bank. If they keep on going the way they are with Big Jim, he will be my favorite for the Money in the Bank briefcase. He will be my favorite.
Okay, so 2026.
Yeah, 2026.
Okay, okay. Imagine if like Jey Uso was to win the world title and Jimmy Uso was to win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Well, uh, th- I that would be a weird moment because now Jimmy will have to think, hey, maybe I can cash in on my brother and stuff. But I don't think they will do that because they went down this road with them fighting already. And it was and first I'm gonna say this. For everyone saying it was a bad match, it wasn't a bad match. I liked it. It was a good match. It wasn't 5 stars. But it wasn't 1 star. It was a good three. It was a good three. Three. And second, I think that if you do give Jimmy the money to bank, I do think that he should go for the WWE championship because I think that would be more of a historic moment for him. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest with this. It's like I've been a supporter for Jimmy Uso for a minute now, and I said this a while back to one of my friends. I said, "Hey, listen, I and I was really hoping for Jimmy to be the one who fought Roman at not WrestleMania, SummerSlam 2 years ago for the Universal Championship. I didn't think they were going to go with Jay once again because Jay had 2 opportunities already. I thought they were going to give Jim an opportunity because he's the one who initially broke out from the bloodline and stuff. But hey, things happen the way it is. But I think now now I think people are starting to see where he is, and I do believe that we are about to see some. We are about to see Jimmy Uso become a big single star coming soon.
Well, I mean, honestly, that'd be pretty great because I mean, both of them have been busting their asses together, trying to make it to where they're at now. I mean, when they debuted in 2010, it was like a few months after Umaga passed away, and just to see where they were before in 2010 and now seeing them here in 2025, especially the ups and downs they had. I remember when they were doing that dance with their entrance when they were baby faces, like before the day one stuff. And now seeing the evolution of the Usos from that point in time to now, it's honestly great to see, and especially with Jey Uso. And I know there's a lot of criticism when it comes to Jey Uso and if he should have this position right now. And I will say, Jey Uso is the right guy. He's in the right place because he should have a WrestleMania main event. But it's just the timing's a bit off, especially with what they've done previously, like Saturday Night's main event and everything. And we'll get more into that later. But I mean, you can't deny how much Jay and Jimmy Uso have worked to get to where they are right now, especially with the bloodline being one of the biggest things in WWE history.
Definitely. And that's the thing that I say about, and that's the thing that I'm saying about, like, that's the thing that I'm saying about tag teams. Sometimes tag teams, sometimes when people are tag teams, they're not going to stay tag teams forever. But they are going to be, but when they separate, sometimes you're gonna get gold out of the separation. And hey, I do believe the Usos are coming back and going to be coming back together. I do believe they're going to be more teams coming together, and I do believe they're going to be teams outside of wrestling coming into WWE. And right now, what I'm saying is this: the tag team division right now is kind of stale. But there have been times when it had been stale. It was stale at the beginning of the 2000, the beginning of the 2010s. Right now, it's the middle of the 2020s, and it's kind of stale. But it will be back booming once again in a little bit. I do have hope for it.
Yeah. I mean, like, hopefully, though, the tag team division does get improved. Triple H has only been the booker for like only a few years. I mean, it's kind of a bit iffy with like Vince McMahon's involvement throughout like 2022, 2023, and even somewhat 2024. But I mean, hopefully now that Triple H has everything, full control. Hopefully, we see more tag teams get developed, and hopefully, we get more factions slash tag teams. Hopefully, they get uh better. Hopefully, they get better pushed, and hopefully, they get less stale in the future.
Definitely. But moving from the tag team division onto something else. We gotta talk about the we, we gotta talk about this WrestleMania card. I think that's where we have to go next. This WrestleMania
Yes.
match card and the WrestleMania build actually. This okay. This is starting a this is kind of like a big moment because like I really am totally against this build to WrestleMania. I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those guys who say this WrestleMania build sucks. It sucks ass. There's some gems. There's some little things that makes it good, but it's just not booming. And I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the things that made it so bad is Royal Rumble's situation the time, how long the wait is between WrestleMania and the women's elimination chamber situation. I'm going to jump into I'm going to jump into the Royal Rumble situation first, and then I'm going to jump into the elimination chamber. We know that it's going to be Gunther versus Jey Uso, and we know that it's going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. And to me, I think it was a bad idea, and he didn't do it. Now, we did talk about Jey Uso a little bit, and we did agree that it was the wrong time for him to win the Royal Rumble, and they just proven it now because let's be honest here, the last several weeks, we have been seeing the same thing go on over and over and over with nothing new really spicing it up. I think last week, I think this week, Monday was the first time I actually said, okay, they finally spiced things up, and that was because of Jimmy Uso that we just got done talking about. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, half of this rivalry, Charlotte was just whooping her behind, and then finally Tiffany finally stood up for herself, and then when they went toe to toe on the mic, Charlotte showed their level to this game. And I understand, hey, listen, it's the rookie against the veteran. It's the dominant in it world heavyweight champion against a guy who's never been able to beat him. But I just feel it's like this was just so boring. Like sometimes, like there was a point where I was like, maybe I want to just cut off the TV and just watch something else because it's like it's not really hitting me, and that's why I said I understand that they wanted to make a surprise moment for the wrestlers and for the wrestling fans, but they did the wrong thing. They gave us the wrong winner at the wrong time. Now, in my opinion, I said it should have been John, and I will get into what I would have made into what I would have did for WrestleMania, yeah, in a little bit. But but even if it wasn't John, they should have did CM Punk, and it's just not really hitting it where it should be. And then that's where we go into the elimination chamber for the women. And and I don't want to hear. And this is what I'm gonna say. I don't want to hear shit about people jumping on my neck and next saying, "Oh, I'm an EO Sky hater. Oh, Oh, you just don't like her and stuff." I'm gonna be honest. I'm being realistic with you. EO Sky is a great wrestler. I think me and you cannot deny that. But she's not. She's not in the comp. She's not supposed to be in this match. The match that is supposed to be for the Women's World Championship was Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. And it's stupid to have Io Sky in this match because it's like, why is she in here for? And because she's not in, oh, see, this thing pissing me the fuck off. I'm about to flip my fucking lid thinking about it. And now because I'm about to crash out. And now because you don't. Okay, let me get into this shit right now because I'm about to get heated and heated. Io Sky not supposed to be here. Okay, I get, and I blame the Io Sky fans. I blame Triple H, and I blame a lot of other things. Why is she in the match? She's in the match for one reason: to get the pin. She's gonna get pinned and she's gonna get pinned by Bianca Belair. I'm telling you this right now. This is the most bogus bullshit I have ever saw in my entire life. Okay, I get why Triple H was afraid to make the singles match. I get why, but you had gold. You had a moment. You could have done it. Why in the fuck? The, you were on the damn one. You were on the 3 yard line. the 1 yard line or the 5 yard line, how close you can get to kick the damn ball. All you gotta do is kick the ball straight, and the straight path would have been Rhea Ripley winning against Io Sky. But instead, you went and swerved swerved like you Lonzo Ball's son, like you. I guess your way for listening to the song. I'm gonna swerve in the corner roll. Whoa! I think he was like that because that's the bullshit that he was doing, giving Io Sky the world championship. And this storyline makes no fucking sense. No one cares. Io Io is a great wrestler, and the match is going to be great. I'm not saying that, but Io do not belong in this situation because this situation is not about Io Sky. This is about Rhea Ripley. This is about Bianca Belair. This is about Bianca turning heel. This is about Rhea looking at Rhea as a baby face. And okay, and this is about these two facing off finally at WrestleMania. These two are your biggest stars. These two covered 2K last year, the deluxe edition. The first two women in history that cover on the same game. I have okay, and they deserve it. Why in the world you be teasing us this and you just fuck it up every freaking time? And that's just something that we're going to talk about a little bit later with Triple H and stuff. But it just pissed me the hell off that that you had the opportunity. You had a perfectly good storyline. Hell, I said this. Bianca maybe should have won the Royal Rumble last and should have won the Royal Rumble instead of Charlotte. Because at least with that storyline with Bianca and Charlotte and Rhea, you would have had 10 weeks of having great promos, having moments where you would have showed, hey, who was on top. But instead, you get us this bullshit of Rhea, Io, and Rhea, yeah, real Io and freaking Bianca. You're, okay, now there's going to be a match on Raw between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Once again, Bianca's going to interfere because she's a special guest referee and going to be thrown out. And that's what pissed me off even more. You assaulted my damn intelligence. The match should already be announced that it's a triple threat match. We all know it's going to be a triple threat. Why the hell are you? Why the hell are you guys making this so difficult, more difficult than it has to be? We know what the match is. It's going to be 1+1, motherfucker. It's going to be 1+1+1. It's going to be a triple threat match. Stop insulting my fucking intelligence, thinking it's going to be a one-on-one match. Hey man, we know it already. Break the damn match, motherfuckers. You motherfucker. Nah, this is my God, I'm very freaking pissed because I feel like I'm assaulted. I feel this should not be that difficult. And for whoever making this match need to get need to get bucked in their damn head, bro. You making this so difficult. And it should not be. And the problem is it shouldn't even been this difficult. The match should have already been announced but this shit should have already been Rhea versus Bianca. And even if it wasn't, this match should have already been announced 2 weeks ago that it was a triple threat match. We know why Io's in the match. She's going to get pinned. This is a spoiler alert for everyone who's going to be watching. And you want to hate me because it's fine by me. But this is what I'm going to say. Io's got to get pinned. Bianca's going to win the title. We all know it because this is the reason why. Triple H don't want Rhea Ripley to look weak. I don't weak on the biggest stage no more. I don't know why. I don't know why you care about that. But, I don't know why he cares about that now because what he did 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I guess because Bianca interfered, it kind of still made Rhea look strong. So I guess that saves Rhea for looking weak. But regardless of that, it just don't make no sense, and I'm very pissed off. And if you was going to make this triple threat match, and me and you had this conversation, maybe had the conversation after the Elimination Chamber. If you was going to make this match a triple threat match, I thought it would have been Rhea versus Liv versus Io because you already had a built-in storyline. I didn't see this coming with Bianca, Io, and Rhea. But I guess I guess we are on this road of we're swerving and we in on the corner road. I guess we I don't know who's his rapping son is, but hey, I don't care. But hey, I'm just I'm just sort of done with this shit because it didn't make no damn sense. It just don't.
Okay, well, I'll give my thoughts on this too, because I mean, I'm like, I don't know if I can be as angry as you about this, but what I will say is that I'm angry. I'm a bit angry about this too because again, you had Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, which is an amazing match. It even sounds like it could be a main event level match even. You know, like Bianca Belair has had a main event before at WrestleMania 37 against Sasha Banks. So like it feels like, with that one, feels like Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair seems like the perfect match, especially for the championship. See, when I watched the match on Raw with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, I thought that it was a botch that Io won. I didn't think she was going to go out winning. I thought she was going to lose to Rhea Ripley. So, because it was like she just won it a couple months ago on the Raw debut on Netflix. And she had and she was with the Undertaker. Like the Undertaker came out and everything. And it was like, I thought Rhea Ripley was going to have a long title reign after. After she beat Liv Morgan for the title, I thought, okay, she's probably going to go to WrestleMania with the title, and then maybe might leave WrestleMania with the title. I don't know how long it's going to be, but at least have her have the title at WrestleMania. And it's such a waste opportunity, and I know it probably might make both Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley stronger if Io Sky gets pinned and whatever, but it's like it makes the match quality lessen because Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, you got such a good match together. And especially with Bianca Belair and how she's been going, Bianca Belair has had an amazing run. And especially with right now and her and with this Naomi situation and Jade Cargill, seems to be it is good, but it's just it's like one of those matches where it's like, why they in it? And it's no offense to Io Sky, but it's like it always feels, the song, that song where it goes one of these things are not like the other, one of these things just don't belong. That's what Io Sky feels like. And it's just again, no offense to Io Sky or Io Sky fans, because I liked Io Sky. I like Io Sky a lot. Especially with her performance and damage control and everything with Asuka and Dakota Kai. Honestly, she's good, but it's just she doesn't need to be in this match. Maybe a different match, or maybe this match could have happened at Backlash or something, but definitely not at WrestleMania. Come on.
And what really pissed me off is the fact that, think about this for a minute. You guys been teasing this for the last 3 years. This is how much you've been pissing in. Yeah, going on maybe 3 years. 3 years. This is how crazy this shit is. Rhea won the Royal Rumble. And Rhea won the Royal Rumble in 2023. And even Bianca was a little bit on her show with Montez. She was a little bit confused when Rhea picked Charlotte because it was like she thought that Rhea was gonna pick her, and it was a big swerve. And I think even I'm sorry, I think that even me and even Rhea didn't even know what was going on. I think WWE didn't even know what was going on. I think they just, I think they just did this because the WrestleMania because They wanted to give Rhea and Charlotte a match at WrestleMania again because of what happened at the pandemic, and I guess that's the reason why. And reason why nobody have no. I'm not gonna hate on you about that, but you've been teasing this match for 3 years. You've been teasing these two meeting up against each other for this long, and we thought we were going to get it. We've been thinking we were going to get it for 3 years now, and we finally got the little bit, and you got to take it away from us. It's like, then why the hell you keep on teasing this thing? And this is the worst. And this is like trying. This is like make. Okay. This is like trying to make a kid do his homework, and you teasing him again and again and again with, hey, oh, if you finish, hey, if you wait, hey, if you finish this assignment, hey, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this Hershey bar. Oh wait, no. Now you gotta finish that assignment. Oh no, you gotta finish this one and that one and this one. It's like sooner or later you're gonna be like, motherfucker, I don't even care about the damn bar anymore. I just want the dick. Okay, either you're gonna give it to me or either you're not. Which one you gonna fucking do? It seems like you're not gonna do it. And if you're not gonna do it, then don't tease me with it anymore. And that's the freaking problem with this. And I'm I'm sorry and I get pissed off because this is a match that could have made it. This is a match that could have made it at WrestleMania. And what even more ticking me off is the fact that now the rumors are that this triple threat match might main event WrestleMania Night One, and I'll be mad as hell because this is not this triple threat is damn well sure not up to the par the main event WrestleMania. The men's main the only one that should be thankful that this shit have been fucked up to this degree with Royal Rumbles and with the Elimination Chamber and with all this bullshit going on, CM Punk, you should be thankful because let's be honest here, you might main event WrestleMania. If you keep your mouth shut, be happy, keep this storyline going with Roman and Seth, and everyone buzzing about this, you're main event WrestleMania. Because there's no way in hell anyone going into the lot. No one is stupid enough to say that this women's championship match, is now bigger than the triple threat match for the men. Because it doesn't even matter about the title. The title doesn't even the title doesn't make it any bigger. If it was Rhea versus Bianca, then then you have a argument of who's doing the main event. But this triple threat with EO Sky and stuff, and I'm gonna say this about EO before we jump into the build for John Cena and the rest. I'm not okay. EO is a good wrestler. I said it at the beginning. I'm gonna say it now. EO is a good wrestler. She just don't have the great promo skills. No disrespect to her, but she's just not. Okay, and that's the problem with it. She don't got the great promo skills, and also she don't have that same pull as Bianca and Rhea because these two girls are the Batista and John Cena of our era. The two big stars who were separated to two different brands because you don't want them to match up against each other. Now and sooner rather than later, we got that match. Sooner rather than later, we got that match. We got the Batista versus John Cena match, and it was a good match, and then it was a good rivalry. You had It's like, but what would have happened if we put someone like a JBL into that match at WrestleMania or something? We would have been mad. We would have been angry. We would have been upset. I'm saying this right now. Please, just don't make that triple. Please, like, just give Punk, Rollins, and Seth the main event because that don't because I'm just I don't see it.
I mean, like honestly though, I mean, I don't know because it's I don't really know how to feel if that main event, like the Rhea Bianca and Io Sky match, like if it main events, It's not going to do too high as a main event, only because again, Io Sky's in it. But I would like to talk about the Punk Rollins and Roman match because I mean this has been a very good feud that has been building up for a long time. Especially with Punk and Rollins, like that feud is so good. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, amazing feud that even broke a lot of the barriers, honestly. When it comes like you like when because I've been seeing this since CM Punk's return, Survivor Series 2023, and I saw the videos of Seth Rollins crashing out. It was like, yeah, that is a WrestleMania main event right there. Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Then you add Roman Reigns in the mix, and with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins feud, even better because Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns have been going at it since 2014. So that's 11 years. 11 long years. So, and I know CM Punk at this point deserves that main event. WrestleMania. No matter what, CM Punk deserves that main event. I mean, he should. I mean, I know some people might have a little bit of different opinions about this, but for me, I wish CM Punk main evented WrestleMania 29 with John Cena and The Rock. I wish that was a triple threat match, but a lot of people have different opinions about it. So, I mean, but CM Punk deserves the main event more than ever, especially the fact that now CM Punk is in what seems to be possibly the last stages of his career. I mean, we don't know when CM Punk might retire. CM Punk might be following after John Cena in terms of retirement. Like, who knows?
I don't see that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of don't see that. Well, first I'm gonna say this. I'm one of those guys who said that hey, I didn't want Punk inside and I didn't want Punk added to the John Cena versus Rock match. I'm one of those guys. And now, second, I think Punk is going to wrestle until he's like maybe 30, maybe 52 or something. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, him, Edge, Christian, Jeff Hardy, hell, Matt Hardy, the, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, like some of these guys are, and some of these guys have, I don't know, healing factors or something. Because these guys can just keep on going. Even Randy Orton, like they don't look like they're getting, they don't look like they're slowing down. And that's the thing. And that's the reason why I'm saying I don't think Punk is. I feel like, and this is how crazy this sounds. I think AJ is going. I think AJ Styles will retire before CM Punk retires again because that's how crazy and that's how good CM Punk is, and I think that's how much CM Punk has left in the tank. But I am happy that now CM Punk. I I can't wait until we hear the announcement that CM Punk is at the WrestleMania because he do deserve this. He deserves this more than maybe anybody else. Next to Cody and John, he's the third person who deserves this. He waited for so long. The opportunity is now. And I hope the rumors are wrong about him saying, "Hey, I don't care about him. I don't care about main event the WrestleMania right now," and him saying that, "Hey, he want to give it to the women." Because I'm going to be honest with you, if he because you have one you please don't do that because our whole everyone is backing you now about main eventing because of how good you are and because of how many times you say main event to WrestleMania means something to you. Don't blow it. Please, just don't blow it.
Well, I mean, like CM Punk would have probably gotten his main event last year if he didn't get injured at the Royal Rumble. You know, which sparked the whole Drew feud, which honestly also another good feud. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, amazing. Especially when Drew McIntyre going, I prayed for this and it happened. That was such a cold but amazing line from Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. To me, to me, I think that was the feud of the year. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Well, that was it was a tie. It was a three-way tie. Feud of the year. It was it because like the Rhea and Liv, the Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline, and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. It was a three-way tie, and like, but I'm gonna be honest with you, match of the year in stipulation wise, go to CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. That Hell in a Cell match was amazing, and that's why I'm saying like
Yeah.
if, and that's why I'm saying right now, the best case scenario is for CM Punk to main event WrestleMania. So let's hope and pray that nothing goes wrong, everything goes correct. Hell, I'm even telling CM Punk this: if you got to use your favor, use it.
It's like, I mean, you want CM Punk to politic his way to the main event.
Now, let's now we got another match that we do have to talk about for WrestleMania, and it's the match that I think everyone's still talking about, and rightfully so. And this is the match that's going to main event night two. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and right now I'm going to say this: I'm not going to crash. I'm not going to crash out a little bit about what I said about Michael Cole because this is the thing. I said a few days ago, me and Jelani, we were recording another episode, and let's just say I went crazy on Michael Cole. I'm gonna save that for another episode because right now uh, right now I'm not really into that right now because I want to see what's going on, and I also want to rub that in Michael Cole's face once John Cena win that 17 World Championship. So I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it, but don't worry. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. I'm building this sucker up. I'm building it up. So it's a believe me, you're gonna get a royal crash out. It might be a 20-minute crash out because of this. So that's why I'm changing my mind about it. So I'm holding it in, just holding it in. But stay tuned, stay tuned. Okay. But speaking of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, I said this a little bit earlier. I think that John should have won the Royal Rumble and have this heel turn out Elimination Chamber and do the storyline a little bit more differently because this is the thing. I love this storyline. I love what he's doing. I agree with him. The fans the fans been turning their back on John for a while now. He let he yeah, okay. I'm always gonna be a John Cena fan, regardless. Regardless, win, lose or draw. If he hates us or he loves us, I don't care. I'm here until the wheel fall off. I'm right. Okay, okay. I told you at the beginning of the thing. The two guys that are my goats: LeBron, Ramon, James, and John Cena. And that's why that's the reason why I'm saying like, listen, the promos that John been giving us the last 2 weeks have been out of this world, and I'm happy that John is finally speaking his mind, speaking his voice, and this is what I think needed to happen because it's been so long since I felt like John is finally speaking his own mind, and now and now I see it. And now I see it. I believe it, and it's coming true. because the rumors are Ric Flair showing up to WrestleMania. Everything is now setting up for John to win that 17th World Championship. And I just can't wait until he wins. He rub it in everybody's face. And I'm telling you this right now. If we have the WrestleMania watch party, I'm bringing the champagne. I'm bringing the tequila. I might bring some Cuban cigars. I'm not even a smoker. I'm gonna fake smoke. If I'm gonna be like fake smoking, but I'm gonna be shaking up the champagne and I'm gonna be popping bottles. I'm gonna be acting like I won the lottery because it's about time we solidify John Cena as the greatest of all time. It's okay. No more bullshit about Stone Cold. No more bullshit about Hulk Hogan. Again, no more bullshit. How how he's in my top five of greatest of all time. No disrespect, he's my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. But we're gonna remove him. No more. No more. Bruno San Martino. Just a little bit the best of all time, the greatest of all time, and the face of this damn industry, John Cena, the GOAT. It's happening soon, and I just can't wait and wait. And I can't wait until the promo that he dropped the night after WrestleMania. It's gonna be so sweet. And what's sad, and I think this is the thing, and this is one more thing I want to add on to it. I'm really surprised. There are like two feuds going on. This is how great he is. There are two feuds going on: the Cody Rhodes feud and the fan feud. He's feuding with the fans, and he's going to war with Cody Rhodes at the same time. And that's how good this is because because he's hitting the promos against Cody, and it's kind of lackluster, but it is there still. But he also going against the fans, saying, "Hey, I'm going to take away the title. I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to have my retirement tour, and now I'm walking away with the gold. I'm going to be the last real champion." And what really hits really hard is the fact that we don't know we don't know what's going to happen next. Rumors have it that The Rock and Travis Scott going to be on this. They're going to be on the London episode of Monday Night Raw. So we don't know what's going to happen. This is a new John Cena that hey we need to keep our eyes open. And to me, this feud is perfection. It could have been better if John won the Royal Rumble. He was acting like a babyface. If he was acting like a babyface halfway with Cody, and then at Elimination Chamber, we'd see the surprise heel turn of John Cena, and then we see what's going on. And he showed up on the Madison Square Garden episode. If he showed up on there, and we have the New York City fan just throwing stuff and doing all the other stuff, it would have been it would have been perfection. But I right now I gotta say about this feud. This feud right now is like a good like 9 out of 10. And then at the at WrestleMania, I'm gonna give you my complete rating about it. But right now, it's just a 9 out of 10. How do you feel about it, bro?
well, well, how I feel about the feud between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I mean, honestly, this is something that's been very long in the making. Honestly, something that I've wanted to see for such a long time was for John Cena to be heel. Now, I know John Cena had to be babyface as long as he was because he was carrying the company, but now he doesn't have to do that anymore because we got Cody Rhodes that is the new face of the company. So John Cena can do what he's been wanting to do, and this is something he's been wanting to do ever since 2012 when he was supposed to turn heel against The Rock. See, this is something that we've been all wanting. We've been all wanting for such a long time, and honestly, I feel like now more than ever, this is where it counts. This is where it's going to be a good one. because now this could test Cody Rhodes as well. Because Cody Rhodes has been an amazing babyface of a character. Such an amazing, just the evolution from when he came back. Not just like the evolution of his whole career, but just like the evolution of when Cody Rhodes came back at WrestleMania 38 as the mystery opponent against Seth Rollins in 2022, and just the absolute rise that he's had since then. Because, I mean, it's so, I mean, like Corey Graves has said, from undesirable to undeniable is what Cody Rhodes is. And this is the ultimate test. I mean, I watched that WrestleMania 40 match against Roman Reigns when Cody Rhodes beat him at night two, and it was like an amazing moment. What I will say though is I get that if John Cena were to appear much earlier at Madison Square Garden, it would have been good. But I mean, European fans are on a whole nother level when it comes to their chants and everything. I watched both the March 17th and the March 24th episode of Raw where John Cena appeared on. Uh, and I mean, like, the crowd's out of this world. Especially, and I see this is one thing that America kind of lacks a little bit in terms of the crowd is like the crowds they're not as they're not as hyper, they're not as energetic as the European crowds. The European crowds they will say whatever, and I mean like sure it would have been good at Madison Square Garden, but if you hear that, I mean the Belgium crowd and then the Scotland crowd and everything when it comes to like John Cena and all that. Like it was just out of this world.
I agree. I agree with all of that, and I'm not saying that. I think well, to answer your first question, is I think the reason why is because like WWE hardly ever goes outside of the USA. So I think we got so I think because we are so gifted to see it all the time, I think now we are like sort of unless it's the big events or the most shocking moments, we don't really give the same energy. But outside of the USA, because it's very rare to see them, of course they're gonna give more energy into it. Now for for it would have been better in Belgium than it was in Madison Square Garden. I think the reason why I said Madison Square Garden would have been a little bit better was because John Cena has a lot of history in that arena. He won his first championship there. That was the first place that he teamed up with The Rock. That was okay. It was it was a lot of great memories there. And I think it would have, and especially with him being a Boston, especially with him being a Boston native, and you know sometimes New Yorkers are like New Yorkers are against the Boston against Boston a lot. So it's like it would have been I think it would have been as good or even better in New York, but hey, it's just a difference of opinion. I'm not okay, but overall, I do agree that this story and that this storyline with Cody being the babyface and John being the heel is perfect. And to me, I think the best thing you could do is keep this the way it is because like I have a dark feeling that they're gonna make this into a triple threat match with CM Punk. I guess CM Punk maybe gonna use his favor to get it added into it, but to me, I don't. The same way how I don't think the same way how I said Io Sky should not be in the Io Sky shouldn't be in that women's championship match. It's the same way how I believe right now with John being a heel and Cody being a face and how good they are. I think Punk don't need to be in it.
Yeah. I mean, the I do have a see the one thing that I don't like is just the fact is that this is the only championship match that I'm looking forward to. Because I did talk about the Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair thing, but I didn't really go into depth about my opinions on the other matches, like the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair one, and the Jey Uso and Gunther one. So I'm gonna use that time here to say this: Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair is it was doomed from the start. No one wanted to see Charlotte Flair win the Royal Rumble, and I feel like this is the problem with Charlotte Flair and how they've been building Charlotte Flair up. Is that Charlotte Flair just always goes after the title. She's always in the title match, and that's it. And people are just tired of that. And especially with Tiffany Stratton winning this championship after cashing in on Nia Jax, like it was perfect the way that they had her cash in. And honestly, it's just what people fear is that Charlotte Flair is gonna bury Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, and I'm afraid of that too. I feel like with Charlotte Flair, and no offense, is that Charlotte Flair can be a little bit of a can have that golden shovel. I mean, and it's just the nepotism of it all that people hate because Charlotte Flair, I mean, daughter of Ric Flair, and just the fact that they have her just in title matches over and over and over again. People are tired of that, and it's understandable because again, like we want to see Charlotte Flair should be in feuds without title. Like she could do good in feuds that don't have titles in them. I feel like that's what is needed. And it just sucks that the build to Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton is going the way that it's going because had they built Charlotte Flair better, it would have honestly have been a pretty decent match to have. I mean, like I'm not fully against Charlotte Flair. Like she's worked her way up. I mean, she is one of the four horsewomen, not horsemen. She's one of the she's one of the four horsewomen, and like she's been up there, but it's just people want to see something else. And with the Jey Uso and Gunther match, the one thing that I don't like is the fact is that it doesn't really feel like Jey Uso is really in a world championship feud because he's just been going against A Town Down Under. And a lot of people have been saying that it's such a mid card feud to be in is the A Town Down Under. And what's worse is that in a way it's also hurting Austin Theory because with the match that Jey Uso and Austin Theory had, not a lot of people liked it. If you go on YouTube, there's a lot of dislikes to the match. I mean, it was it was such I mean, it was a squash match. And not a lot of people like that Jey Uso beat Austin Theory in 1 minute. And especially the botches that happened, not a lot of people like that either. It's so hard to see because Jey Uso should be in that spot of being at WrestleMania. But right guy, right place, wrong time. And especially with how they kind of spoiled the whole thing with the Saturday night's main event match. It makes it so hard to root for Jey Uso when you've already seen what could happen before. If they didn't have that Saturday night main event match, would have been all right. So that's the thing that I feel like with a lot of these feuds is that it's always something off. Like there's always like it's always one thing that makes it from being perfect. Whether it be the Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky match, with the addition of Io Sky being in it, which it's just like one off. It's always one off. It's usually something that happens that prevent it from being the match that should be. And it just sucks that way. That the only match I look forward to that's a title match is John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Definitely. And that's the reason why I got it right here. My match it's about time to do the match and do my WrestleMania matches card for WrestleMania if I was this. Now, bro, I'm gonna go one at a time. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you decide on what is decide on how you feel about it, how you feel about it, and what kind of tweaks would and what kind of tweaks you think think that I could use on my match card to make it a little bit
Okay.
better. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. First, I got John. First, I do got John Cena for Cody Rhodes the same way. I think that's perfect.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you think that should change?
Uh, I mean, so far, perfect the way that it is. Again, the only title match that I'm looking forward to is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
All right. Next match, I got Gunther defending the world title, but it's not against Jey Uso. It's against CM Punk.
See, now that is a match that would do so good, especially the fact that I feel CM Punk. I just remember when CM Punk was the WWE champion for 434 days. He was a good champion during that run, and it just sucked that we never saw another championship run after that. Even though I know that it's because like CM Punk left the year after his run ended, but it's just we need another CM Punk title run before CM Punk retires, honestly, because again, especially with how CM Punk's been going, he deserves another title shot, or at least like just like another title opportunity for like right now. Like he deserves that.
All right. The next match I have is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, 3 Stages of Hell match. Now, the matches that I have for the 3 Stages of Hell is this: the first fall, a classic wrestling match. The second fall, for a street fight slash full count anywhere match. And the third fall I have is a it is well third fall I have and you can and this is special because it's WrestleMania and I know they never done it before. Third fall is Hell in a Cell.
Okay, I
And
I can see that.
the reason why I said like the reason why I'm gonna say it's kind of special because of the Hell in a Cell is because uh, once we get to another match, you're going to see why I said Hell in a Cell is going to be special for WrestleMania because it's going to be a special. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to tell you after. So you go and so tell me how you feel about Roman versus Seth, 3 Days of Hell.
I mean, honestly, it sounds pretty great to me. I mean, like I remember when Roman Reigns went against Seth Rollins at like it was Royal Rumble 2022, I believe, and where it was just like Seth Rollins coming out in the Shields theme. So honestly, I want to see what mind games that Seth Rollins could pull during the 3 Stages of Hell match. I mean, like, because when Seth Rollins is when he does those mind games, it's honestly really funny. Like when I saw Roman Reigns' reaction, it was so great. But yeah, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in the 3 Stages of Hell match, I feel like would be the definitive uh ending to the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns feud.
Right? Okay. Fifth. Okay, my fifth match. No, not the fourth match that I have is Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
That's the match that should have been, that should have happened, or
Yeah,
should be happening.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I do have, and yeah, I didn't have nothing changing. Well, this is what I'm gonna say for the people who are watching. I'm gonna say this: how John Cena would have won the Royal Rumble. CM Punk would have won the Elimination Chamber. Bianca Belair would have won the Royal Rumble in my scenario. And and this next match not going to change, but I'm just changing the build a little bit. I'm changing the build a little bit because it's just so one sided. It's going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I do think I do think it's going to be a great match. I don't think you need to change it. I think you just have to change the build. I think Tiffany just need to go back and forth. But if you do want to change it, you can. This is my alternate match would have been Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus.
Okay, so wait, repeat what you said before.
Or my first match would have been well, for the women's championship. I have two. I have two situations. I have Charlotte Flair winning the Elimination Chamber to challenge Tiffany Stratton, and they actually have a good build, or they have
Okay,
Trish Stratus added into the match for the Women's Championship, and then Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus versus Charlotte
okay, I see. I mean, like Trish Stratus would add a bit more to the match. I mean, like, but at the same time, it's like I think it would be good if, see, the problem with Charlotte Flair is just they had her immediately win the Royal Rumble when she came back. So I feel like if she were to win the Elimination Chamber, I feel like that would have been much better. Like, have her be at the Royal Rumble, but not win the Royal Rumble, and then have her earn her way to the Elimination Chamber. I feel like that would have at least have been a little bit of a better build for Charlotte Flair, and maybe people might not have hated it as much, but uh, I think it would be much better to have just Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton with Charlotte Flair winning the Elimination Chamber.
Flair. Now I got I got a match that we didn't get a chance to talk about, but we can talk about it now. And now sort of it's it's Randy Orton versus KO Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, and for me, it's a good match. We know we get it at WrestleMania. I don't know if they're going to give us a stipulation for the match, but if I did pick for the stipulation, I do believe that, and this is why I said that Hell in a Cell is going to be special because it's going to be two Hell in a Cell matches. It will be the Rom, it will be Roman and it will be Roman and Seth, of course, but then also it will be the traditional Hell in a Cell match, as it's just one match. KO versus Randy Orton. So that's how. And so that's the match that I have.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully though, like, I mean, that would be. I mean, again, like Randy Orton needs to get back on Kevin Owens after Kevin Owens put injuring Randy Orton with that pile driver. It had
Randy Orton,
though. I would want to see, huh?
Randy Orton need to get his get back. Need to get his get back, but he also needs to win a paper because ever since he came back,
Yes.
I just want to, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but ever since he came back at Survivor Series, since Survivor Series, he have not won a pay per view since then. he needs to get his get back, and he needs to win
Damn.
that pay per view. So it's been like a year since it's been a year
Yeah.
and some change since he won a match on like a PLE and stuff.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he didn't win one since his return. See, so yeah, definitely. And I want it to be even better than what Kevin Owens had with Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. Because again, that unsanctioned match was not an unsanctioned match.
Don't get me started on that shit. Worst one, yeah, okay. And when the MVP of that match, I'm just gonna go in a little bit, not going in a lot. If when the MVP of the match is Michael Cole commentary on the match, you know that you know a match sucks. I'm telling you. I'm still surprised that people. I'm still surprised that people have that at have that as a 5-star match. I don't know what the hell we. I'm not gonna get into it. Get into it. Let's just go back to Randy and Kevin.
Okay, okay, yeah, but honestly though, like, imagine if like imagine if it was like reversed, where it was if it would be like imagine if like Sami Zayn makes like a surprise appearance during this match.
I do see that, and I do have that as one of my predictions. Sammy is doing like an Edge from '07. He's the guy with the camera, and then he shows up. He helped Randy win. I do see that.
Yeah. So honestly, like that'd be pretty great, especially like they have to have an edgier match for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So yeah, I
Okay,
do like that one.
all right. Now I have another match: Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. This time, wait, yeah, this time no hold bar.
Okay. Now, I'm not really too much familiar with the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud all too much, but I could see that working well. I mean, with both Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest going to SmackDown at the same time and everything, I mean, definitely could be a bit of an interesting feud. I mean, interesting match. I mean, no holds barred, always a good match, you know, when there's no disqualifications to it.
Much now, okay. So now I'm going to talk about the Intercontinental Championship, and this is you can pick on you can pick on what kind of stipulation you want. If you want no stipulation
Okay,
or the stipulation that I give you, um, it's going to be a fatal 5 way. It's going to be a fatal 5 way, and
okay.
this is where and it's going to be Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, Sheamus, and Jey Uso. That's where Jey Uso is gonna be put in. That's where I will put Jey Uso in. And the stipulation I will have is a ladder match.
Wait, you mean Jimmy Uso?
No, Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso is coming next.
Wait. So Jey Uso's gonna have two matches?
No, Jey Uso not getting two matches. No, because he's not gonna be in the world title match because it's gonna be
Oh
because
yeah, that's right. Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
okay. Threw me off a little bit.
Sorry, I
Okay.
should have explained it a little bit
Well,
better.
uh, yeah, yeah, no, 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 you don't have to worry. Okay, so I mean, like Jay Uso in the Intercontinental title picture. I mean, like he was Intercontinental champion back in 2024 for only a month, and I mean, honestly, like I mean, I mean, okay, I feel like All right. So you said the names were Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, Jay. Wait, who was the other guy? Oh, Sheamus.
Yeah,
Right.
Sheamus, then Jay Uso. Now you can. Now I
Okay.
told you, if you feel like you want to, if feel like you want to change them, you want to make a match a little bit better or change it, you can do. You can do that. I'm just giving you what I think and what one of the stipulations I would have put on. So,
Okay. I see. Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I guess like, uh, I guess like with I mean, the Jey Uso kind of throws me a bit off, but other than that, like like Penta, like what would be the stipulation?
the stipulation will be a ladder match.
Okay, ladder match would be a better match to do. Like the ladder
Yeah,
match would actually be because I feel like there needs to be. I feel like there has to be at least like one ladder match at a WrestleMania. So, like if you watch like the WrestleMania ladder matches, though, like those go crazy. Um, and I feel like a championship ladder match would be a great way on how to do it. But I mean, like, so I can see that. I could definitely see that be a good match, and I mean, like, I guess the only other thing is like Sheamus being in the Intercontinental title picture. I mean, like,
yeah.
I feel like I feel like he should kind of. I mean, I don't know if like he would still be good in the world title picture, but it's just like I feel like Sheamus is like a little bit above of the Intercontinental Championship in a way. I see it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's so hard to describe when it comes to Sheamus being in the Intercontinental title picture because like I mean he's had like so many titles to his or world title reigns, especially when he won it off of John Cena back in 2009. Clean,
He
but
didn't win it clean.
I
And I call it. I still say that was bullshit alert. That was bullshit all day, every day.
well, I mean, yeah, but okay. Well, I feel like the ladder match would probably be a great way to do this type of match.
Right? Uh, then moving on to the United States Championship, I got two matches, and you can decide on which one you want. I got a
Okay.
multi-man match. I got. I'm gonna give you the multi-man match first because it's not that crazy. It's a fatal four-way. L.A. Knight, Jimmy Uso, Carmelo Hayes, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
And then the other match is just a singles match between LA Knight and Jimmy Uso.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I mean Jimmy Uso and LA Knight would do pretty well. Uh see, but again, like you got Carmelo Hayes and you got Shinsuke Nakamura, and it's a shame that Shinsuke Nakamura is treated the way that he's treated right now. Like especially he had such a lackluster United States Championship run, and I'm just gonna say that. Like, no offense to anyone that's a fan of Shinsuke Nakamura or anything, but it's just his U.S. title reign just wasn't good enough, and it should have been a lot better. Especially with if you saw like Shinsuke Nakamura in like New Japan and everything like that, like it's just a shame. The last time I really had interest in Shinsuke Nakamura was when he was feuding against Cody Rhodes back in late 2023, early 2024. But I mean, like, I put him in the match only because like I'd like to see him at least like maybe he could do good in the match. And then Carmelo Hayes is someone that I see as an uprising superstar. I feel like Carmelo Hayes can do really good in this type of match. So I'm just gonna have to go with the Fatal Four, more so for Carmelo Hayes and how he's been doing, because I want to see more out of Carmelo Hayes. I feel like he's got a future world championship opportunity ahead of him. Honestly,
I agree with that. Mm, that's why I was trying. That's why I was thinking about putting him in the match, so he can have a moment. Now I'm going to go into the women tag team championship. I got Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defending the title against Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and then this is where you could put the EO Sky situation, EO Sky and Dakota Kai in a three-way match. Now,
okay.
before I let you have your and before I let you say for you, yeah, before I let you have your moment, there's something I want to say. I was thinking to put the metaphor girls in the match day from NXT. I was thinking about it, and I wanted to, but I said maybe. I said maybe it's not. Maybe it wasn't the right moment. How much I do want them in. How much I did want them in the match. So so if you want, I don't know if you watch. I don't know if did you watch them a little bit, but if you want to add them in the match, you can. But if you just want to keep it a triple threat match for the tag team titles, I'm cool with that too.
Okay. Well, I don't really know too much about the metaphor because I don't really watch NXT all too much. So unfortunately, I don't really know anything. So I can't really say my opinion or add them into the match. But what I do want to say is, you said Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is something that I have to get off my chest, and that is with the handling of the Wyatt Six, because the Wyatt Six has not been on TV for like a year or so,
It
right?
hasn't been that long. No, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been.
Okay, okay. Maybe not a year, but like it feels like it's been that, like they haven't been shown on for like at least like a few months at this point. And like I feel like I feel like the Wyatt Six should be featured more on TV. Ever since they got drafted to SmackDown, they have not shown up once. At least as far as I'm aware of. I mean, I know, and like, I remember when I saw the vignettes of the Wyatt Six, with Eric Rowan and Bo Dallas and everything like that. Like, it was so good seeing those vignettes when they went deep with the like the passing of Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Gone too soon. Wish he could have been here because he definitely could have done a lot for WWE right now. But it's just sad that like after they put Wyatt Six on SmackDown, like they haven't really done much of anything. And it's just like, and like, I remember when they were feuding with, I believe it was American Made, right? Like when they
Yeah,
first came in.
yeah.
Yeah, like, and I remember it was like Bo Dallas kept on getting beat up by like Chad Gable and the Creed brothers, and he's just like laughing and everything. But it's just like I I just wish they could feature especially with Nikki Cross. I feel like Nikki Cross should definitely be featured more on TV because like I've seen what Nikki Cross has been doing. And I feel like they need to give her way more than they have been giving her. So I feel like with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, it would be good. But if Alexa Bliss does get involved with Wyatt Six because that's what they're teasing, please, please feature her. Don't do it where she gets like pushed out because Alexa Bliss has had an amazing return. She's been gone for 2 years, same amount of time as I believe, same amount of time as Charlotte Flair, and the return that she got at the Royal Rumble was amazing. Actually, no, more actually, not same amount of time. Alexa Bliss was gone longer than Charlotte Flair because she was gone like the beginning of 2023, I believe. So just the fact that Alexa Bliss was gone for 2 years, 2 whole years, and when she came back, and like the pop that she got was like the pop that she got, they got to feature Alexa Bliss a lot more. So if she goes to Wyatt Six, either either you feature Wyatt Six or you don't put her in Wyatt Six because I don't want Alexa Bliss to be ruined. Because Alexa Bliss should be white hot right now. Alexa Bliss should be white hot, and that's what should happen. So, so honestly, it'll be good to have Wyatt's. It'll be good to have the Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss uh, in that match, but like feature Nikki Cross more. Feature Nikki Cross more. You know? So it was So it was Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Damage Control versus who else?
versus versus the champions, Roxanne, no, yeah, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. I see. Okay. Honestly,
Now,
sounds
now I
like a
wanted
good
to. Oh, yeah, definitely. First I want to say I'm sorry for me leaving a little bit every now and then. Had to like look at something real quick, but I'm back now fully. But number, but I do agree with what you. I just wanted to add on saying I do agree with what you're saying. I do hope that she, if she get added into the match, if if this match do happen at WrestleMania, I hope that they do Alexa Bliss some justice and put her with the Y6, and I hope she really boot the Y6 momentum up like skywards a little bit.
yeah,
Now,
because it just sucks to see the Wyatt Six have all the potential that they could have, and them just not capitalize on it. Last thing I want to see is the Wyatt Six get released because I feel like that could happen.
definitely. Now, I'm gonna move into the women's Intercontinental Championship. I got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch.
Okay, so now Becky Lynch. I know I do want to see Becky Lynch back. I don't know what she's been doing. I guess she's been like more of parent with her kid and everything. No, still glad, still happy for both Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch having their kid and everything. I remember that pregnancy announcement that Becky Lynch made to, I think it was Oscar, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, like I remember that, and it's just like just the fact that that was 5 years ago. Like that was like such a long time ago, but um, But I wonder what would be the story behind Becky Lynch and Lyra.
I don't think it's. I don't think there have to be like a big story to it. Uh, well, I don't think there had to be like a big story into it. Like I think they already had the story made back when Becky Lynch was in. And Becky Lynch was a part timer on NXT with the Women's Championship, and she lost it to Lyra. I think if you want to make a story, is the four horsewomen of now versus the four horsewomen of the future. Because like, well, I guess you could say three right now, three on three basically. Because this is the thing. I don't know how to put it. Okay, people are really comparing Lyra Valkyria to Becky Lynch, and to me, I do see it. I say Lyra Valkyria. To me, this is the thing. I say Lyra Valkyria is a better version of Becky Lynch than when Becky Lynch was Becky Lynch. I do believe that, in my opinion. I think she's the 2.0 version, and it's always better. And I do believe that. Hey, I think that should be the story. Hey, the four horsewomen are old, but the four horsewomen are now for the four horsewomen of the future. Future, pretty much.
Okay, so who are the four horsewomen of the future?
Tiffany Stratton. I didn't want. Well, yeah, Tiffany Stratton. And this is the thing. I didn't want to admit it for a while, but I do put her at that Charlotte Flair situation. She's the Charlotte of that group. Lyra is the Becky Lynch of it. And I do the Matt yeah, Roxanne Perez. Yeah, Roxanne Perez is like Bailey, and right now and the fourth member of that new group is really Corey Jade from NXT, and I'm gonna get into Corey Jade soon. Believe me, I feel like she haven't had the justice that she deserves. I don't think she got everything. I don't think I'm gonna talk about Corey Jade and on the next episode. But right now, those are the four horsewomen of the future, and to me, this is how that match. That's that's how I believe that Firefly Korea and Becky Lynch should be. That's how that match should come into fruition, and that's how the title can be, and this kind of title can be used as just a way how to put that match on WrestleMania.
Okay, wait, you said the four horsewomen were Lyra, Tiffany, Cora, and Roxanne?
Yeah,
Okay, alright. Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, I would like to see. I would like to see Becky Lynch come back. And, it's been a long time. And I remember when Becky was the man. Like when she was. I remember that. I remember when they main evented when she main evented WrestleMania 35 against Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, and honestly, like I want to see Becky Lynch back. I know, like Becky Lynch. I don't know what character she's now. I know like there's big time Becks and everything, but I like to see Becky Lynch come back, and feel like Lyra. I haven't really seen much of Lyra Valkyria's stuff, but I mean, at least like she seems to hold the Intercontinental Championship well.
definitely. Now, the next match, speaking of the four horsewomen, the next match I have is Bailey versus Roxanne Perez. That's my next match.
So so basically, mentor versus student.
Yeah, they've been teasing this match for a minute, and I do believe we can get that match at WrestleMania. It will be a good match for Roxanne to break out and to for her statement on the women's division, and it would be a great way how to put Bailey on WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Bailey had her WrestleMania match last year. Trying to remember who was. I think wasn't it Nia Jax last year?
No, it was Io Sky.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Io Sky. Again, like sometimes I get mixed up with some of these matches. So like, I remember when Bailey won the title and everything, and it was like such a great moment seeing her get the title and all that. So yeah, I mean Bailey versus Roxanne Perez and how they've been building it will be great. But the one thing I wish they could have, I wish AJ Lee could come back. Like so see, it gives me a lot of AJ Lee because because I remember watching the Bailey versus AJ Lee match from 2013, and and with Roxanne Perez being an AJ Lee, it's just AJ Lee is also missing. That's who else is missing. I know AJ Lee is like retired at this point, and she's working on other stuff. But man, I remember when I feel like I took AJ Lee for granted when I was watching her on TV as a kid. I
Not
feel like I took her for granted.
I, not every. I don't believe she's retired. I believe she still got a lot in the tank, and I do believe she coming soon. Just give it a little bit more time. And time, believe me, we're gonna see AJ Lee in the wrestling ring again.
Well, hopefully, because if we were able to see CM Punk back, then maybe we might see AJ Lee. But again,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
just like see, like that pop will hit, like that pop will hit hard when AJ Lee makes her return.
Now the next match I have is for the women's United States Championship, and uh, you, you know how I feel. You know how I feel about this. You know how I feel about this person. You know how I feel about it. I got Selena Vega versus. And I have Selena Vega versus. I don't even want to say her name. Jesus Christ. Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green. Yeah, Green for the United States Championship. But, 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 I was the GM. Oh, this is gonna. Oh, I would have made sure that everything would have been. This is the stipulation. See, it's going. See, this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is how I will book it. This is okay. I'm not. This is not a stipulation that I'm gonna add on to it. But this is just something that I feel like I would do if I was the GM. I'm banning everybody from ringside. Whoever interferes in the match will be fired here, and championship advantage is getting taken away. This is strictly either you pin or you submit. I'm doing. That's what I would do. But I just want. But hey, Chelsea Green versus Selena Vega. What you think?
I mean, I've seen Selena Vega. I mean, like she definitely fits in the U.S. title picture. I know she shows off her Puerto Rican heritage and everything. And honestly, I feel like that with the U.S. title around her waist would be a very amazing sight to see. Um, though I know how much you hate Chelsea Green. But imagine if Chelsea Green became our president.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's gonna be a day when you're gonna be. That's gonna be a day when there's gonna be a new country added on to. There's gonna be a new state, not even a new state. A new continent is gonna be born. I'm gonna find a way how to make a new continent, and I'm gonna say it's the new United States of America. Because they can't. Because I can't be in a. She can. There's no way in hell she. What? No, I can't even say anything because if I say anything, we might be banned from YouTube. I got a lot of. Let's just move on.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
Well,
move on. I can't. I can't.
well, look,
Uh,
right? I mean, I guess. See, I mean, but how would you? I mean, how would you rate Chelsea Green's U.S. championship reign so far?
I, are we rated on the where? Okay, what the scale? What the scale?
Okay, from 1 to 10 at least.
Making it, goddamn, you making it hard. Okay, shit, I can't. Should have made it. Should have put it at negative. I wish I could put the negative numbers because that's how bad. That how much it is. It's in the negatives. But I guess you. I guess it's one. I. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's the worst champion, and that says something because she's the only champion. But she's the worst champion I have ever seen, and I don't know what WWE was thinking. I really don't. Everything that is holy. I'm asking the Lord right now. There's one thing that I don't want. Just do not let this chick win the main world championship for the women. Because if that happens, I'm turning off my TV, and and for the next few months until she loses the belt, I'm not going to be watching that segment of the show because she's just not good. She's not good. I don't see what everyone. I don't see what anyone sees. She even admitted herself that she's not like she's she's not supposed to be in this era of wrestling for women. She's supposed to be in the era where, hey, there's cat fights going on, and the diva title was going diva title, and they were and people were slapping, and girls were just slapping each other around. That was even she admitted that. And the minute she admitted that, that was the realest shit that she ever said, and I agree with her. She's not a wrestler. She's not good. Just stop it. Stop.
Okay. Well, but I mean, like, what if, right? Actually, wait. If she was the only champion, that means she's the
Don't say
best champion so
uh,
far.
listen. That doesn't prove shit. I think that doesn't prove shit. You okay?
well, I mean, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Matt Cardona's lucky to have Chelsea Green, though.
Uh, listen, Zack Ryder tasting women is that bad as it's that bad as what I don't even know. He tasting women is not yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. Matt Cardona, if me and him ever went to like and went to a bar and we were trying to pick up women, I'm telling Matt, listen, back the hell up. I'll pick the women out. Your taste is just not there, bro. But hey, go right. But hey, pick your choice, okay? Pick your choice. Okay, let's move on from it. just move off of it.
Okay.
Okay, it's next match. Well, okay, next match is the New Day versus War Raiders for the world, yeah, for the World Tag Team Championship.
Okay. Now, another side rant. New Day should be more featured than they are currently. Because I feel like the New Day as heels is an example of weak booking. Because the New Day as heels should be like the big one of the biggest things like going on right now. But it's just like they're not really building New Day that much. I mean, like initially they were like, but it seems like after they turned heels and everything, like after the whole Biggie stuff, it's like they haven't really been able to figure out what to really do with New Day, and I feel like that's the worst. I feel like that kind of sucks about it. Say what you will about uh this person and everything. I don't really know what's going on so far, but I feel like I kind of wanted to see what it would have been like if Odyssey Jones was still in the WWE with New Day. Because it felt like they were going to do something with Odyssey Jones and the New Day, and especially with New Day being heels. Like, I don't know what Odyssey Jones' legal situation is, other than he may or may not have. I mean, so far all I know is that he has domestic violence allegations that I don't know if there are proven true or not. But if they're not true, I mean, if they're true, that sucks. Definitely sucks. Like be no one should be abusive, violent like that. But if they're not true, then it sucks in the opposite way because it takes away from what could have been. So I mean, I don't know if they're gonna have. I don't know what the end, like what's gonna happen with Odyssey Jones or anything like that. But if he is proven to be innocent, I would like to see Odyssey Jones back in the New Day because I feel like they definitely need that third person because not gonna lie, I feel like New Day works good as a trio than just as a regular tag, in my opinion.
I,
Even if it is without, huh?
I agree with you.
Yeah, even if it is without Big E, which was a huge piece to New Day, it makes me kind of wonder what it would have been like with Odyssey Jones in it. But uh, uh, but going on with the match, New Day versus War Raiders, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Hope I mean this. I mean this would be a match that could set New Day to be this could be a good match for New Day because New Day needs an opportunity. Like they need to feature New Day a lot more, and I would like to see them at WrestleMania because that heel turn that they did on Big E was one of the biggest things. I remember watching it, and they should have capitalized on it a lot more than they have because it's one of those things where it's like they they can really kill off the steam of something hot really quickly. And New Day feels like that.
definitely. I think just to get just to like before I get into the last two matches that I have the thing that I want to say is I do think that the New Day will. I think if the New Day versus War Raiders do happen at WrestleMania for the World Tag Team Championship, I do think they should put the belts on New Day so New Day can elevate the tag team division on that. But that's what I say a little bit. This
Yeah.
is the next match on the card, and the second to last match that I have is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. that's a match that we already know that's going to happen. But what do you think?
Wait, what was the match again?
Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
See, is that is a great match. See, like I wouldn't be surprised if they were to do it sometime later, but as a WrestleMania match, with how Jade Cargill has been, and this is something that I do hope that they do, is I hope that they can build Jade Cargill to be even better because Jade Cargill, when they had her come into the WWE in 2023, she was like it was great seeing her. Like she like the first frame, I think the first shot that you saw of Jade Cargill was with Charlotte Flair, if I can remember correctly. Because I remember that face off that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a feud that I want to see in the future. Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair. But Jade Cargill coming back and everything, and now with Naomi being a heel and everything, I saw the segment with Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi on SmackDown,
Um,
and
wait, can I say something about that? Say something about that real quick.
what?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not, but it's one of the that was one of the fakest ass segments I ever saw in a minute. Like, if Jade Cargill didn't come out and whoop Naomi behind, I would have been like, I think I gave her 7 minutes of my life for this. These girls it didn't feel real. It felt like they was. I know that sometimes you gotta act, but it's like you didn't. I didn't feel like it's like it's like watching a show at the YMCA or something like amateur. It's like amateur hour. It was like I'm sorry to saying it, but it's just that it just wasn't. It's like the tears didn't feel real. The moment didn't feel or it didn't feel like it was a big moment. It it was just a real mess. I just gotta say that it was a mess.
Well, I mean, I thought it was all right. Like I thought it was. I feel like it did it. Like it's did its job. Wait, I feel
Yeah,
like it did its job. Thing.
it did its job. Nobody say I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. It did a job, but it felt so. It just felt like it felt fake. The tears felt fake. It felt like, hey, listen, I need you. Hey, it's like it's like if you got it's like if somebody told you, hey, I got in trouble, and hey, I need you to act out, hey, act out. Like, I, I don't even know how to describe it. It's amateur hour. It just didn't feel it. Like the tears that Bianca came out with, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that you didn't have nothing to do with it. I still say that's good. And I'm gonna get into this Jay Cargill situation but I'm gonna get into it with the ending of the Triple H situation that I have. But the point is that segment wasn't. I saw emotional segments before. I saw real emotions and real tears before. This segment was like it just didn't feel nothing. Like it's good when it pulls on your heartstrings. This didn't pull on it.
But yeah, I mean, well, at least like I mean, hopefully though, with Jade Cargill and Naomi though, hopefully it could lead into something because now we could see more of Naomi. Like ever since she came back at the Royal Rumble last year in 2024, Uh, like I wanted to see more of Naomi. You know, the fact that she came back and everything, it was like, because I mean, like, think about it, right? When Naomi and Sasha Banks left in 2022, and that was like a big thing at the time when they just walked out. Uh, like I thought I would never see them on WWE TV ever again. Now, I mean, we have Sasha Banks as Mercedes Monet on AEW, and well, Naomi did have a time on TNA as Trinity Fatu, but just the fact that Naomi came back in 2024, I was excited because I liked her entrance. Wish they didn't change her theme song though, but I liked a lot of things about Naomi. So hopefully with Naomi and Jade Cargill feud, hopefully it not only elevates Jade Cargill, hopefully it elevates Naomi a little bit.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now,
Again, like Naomi and Jade Cargill would be a phenomenal match to see.
now the last match that I have, and this is just well, oh, I got no, I got two more matches, and then we're gonna get into our final segment. The first match is Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sokoa, Bloodline Rules.
Yeah. Now with uh with Jacob Fatu and Solo Sokoa, I've paid attention to the bloodline storyline, and with Solo Sikoa. I mean, no one can forget about the "I love you, Solo" that Jacob Fatu does. No one
Yeah,
can forget about that. But uh honestly, though, like I would see this would be good to see who could be the real second tribal chief. Because we all know the original tribal chief being Roman Reigns, but who could be secondary to that? Could it be Jacob Fatu or could it be Solo Sikoa? Now we all know that Solo Sikoa has presented himself as the other tribal chief, but I feel like Jacob Fatu honestly would be an amazing. Uh, I feel like he'd be amazing in the role of being a tribal chief because like Jacob Fatu gives me Umaga vibes, just like Umaga. Like every time I see Jacob Fatu, I'm thinking Umaga just all the way. And rest in peace to Umaga. Like again, another wrestler gone far too soon. Would have liked to have seen what Umaga would have been like in the bloodline, what his role would have been. But uh with Jacob Fatu, I want to see Jacob Fatu in the title picture. I do want to see him in like the mid card title picture because I always think of Umaga with the Intercontinental Championship, the run back in 2007. I feel like Jacob Fatu would do really good as a mid card champion. And honestly, I want to see Jacob Fatu hold the Intercontinental title in his mouth like Umaga did, because it would be like such a throwback. But I mean, it would look really. It also look good with the U.S. title because you know him being on SmackDown and everything. So
yeah,
it'll look really good for Jacob Fatu to hold the mid card championship.
definitely. I think the one thing I'm going to add, and one thing I'm going to say about this is, I think this match is good. I think whoever wins this match, we do. Whoever wins this match, I do think, in my opinion, should get the first crack at the world or the WWE championship, whoever you want, because in my opinion, I would love to see Jey Uso if when he wins or if he wins the world title, he go toe to toe with maybe Jacob Fatu. I think that would be a great match. And to be honest, I just can't get enough of Jacob. Jacob is a great wrestler, and I do think that, in my opinion, he will be a world champion, definitely, but he definitely going to be a mid card.
Yeah, like it'll be good to see, especially and it also makes me think about the Samoans of the future because I know Zilla Fatu is possibly going to make an appearance on WWE, and we all know the Samoans they breed like crazy. They got a whole lot of kids. So the bloodline storyline is a storyline that is never going to end.
I'm, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go to the last match. This is what I'm going to say. And Cody Fiend song said there is more than just one royal family, and maybe he's right. Yeah, right. But to me, there is only one real royal family, and it's not the McMahons, it's not the Arrows, it's the Bloodline. The Bloodline is a royal dynasty, in my opinion, that is never, never going to, never going to fall. And to me, you see that right now with what Rock is doing, with Roman, with Jacob, with Scylla, with the Usos, with God and with all the rest. Like you see, to me, there is one high royal family, and that's the Samoans. So that's why I just wanted to say. Now, moving on, I have the last match that I have is for the WWE Tag Team Championship on SmackDown, and this match that I have is another triple threat. It's the Street Profits versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. But I do have one thing I want to add. If you won, and I do hope he returns, but you can make it into a fatal four way with God, Tonga Loa, and Tonga Tonga in the match for the tag team titles.
Okay. Well, I would like to see Tonga Loa come back because he got injured during Survivor Series, I believe. Also, same thing
Hmm.
with Bronson Reed, uh, another wrestler that I want to return as well. But I mean, like if the return doesn't happen, I mean the triple threat match sounds good. I mean, especially with Motor City Machine Guns, which I gotta also talk about that. Just imagine, because like, who knew that the Motor City Machine Gun would be on WWE? Like they've been in TNA and everything, and no one thought they would be in WWE. So it's just interesting seeing them in WWE, and honestly, they've been doing pretty good so far. They've been doing pretty great. And yeah, the Street Profits we've already talked about. They're doing great, especially now
Yeah,
as champions. And DIY, I mean DIY is interesting
yeah,
because yeah, because like we all know that because like DIY they always like they get together and then they break up and then they get together. When they were on NXT and all that. And I remember when DIY did the DX entrance, WrestleMania 40. They got to do that again. I like to see DIY do like a DXing again. Uh, but um, yeah. So honestly, I like to see the Fatal Four Way because like God. I mean, Tamatonga and Tongaloa. I know like they're definitely they definitely could be a good addition to the match. But I mean, I guess like the triple threat match, I'd like to see only if Tongaloa doesn't come back though.
All right. Well, those are all the match cards that I got. Now we're gonna move into the final segment of the podcast, and this is the segment that I have, and that me and my partner are gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about Triple H, and we're gonna be talking about Triple H and Vince McMahon. Now, this is the thing. I'm I'm not good. You convinced me. You really did convince me a few days ago to give Triple H a chance because he's in this new role, and this time he's really in control completely. So this is what I'm gonna say about this. I'm giving Triple H some time. I'm gonna give him some time to see where this goes. But right now, I gotta talk. But I do gotta talk about right now, and this is the thing. Stop making it so damn complicated, bro. Okay, the problem that Triple H has, in my opinion, that Vince did not have really, is you making it too complicated. I said this about the women's match. I said this about a lot of different matches. You have okay. This is not that hard. When you have something on the table and you have gold on the table, stop trying to make it. Stop trying to make it into something that is not. Okay, and stop messing things up. This is what I'm going to. And this is a prime example. Jay Cargill versus Liv Morgan. That was a great match. It was a good match. You let Jay Cargill lose. Why? Now I don't know. I know Road Dogg is a second place on SmackDown. I don't know how. Okay, him and you. I don't know how you let that girl lose because you could have used that into the storyline. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think we all know and we all see that it will be it will be Jay Cargill versus Bianca Belair next year at WrestleMania. And if you and this is what I'm gonna say, you fuck that shit up. You fuck that shit up. I'm giving you 1 year and 1 year. If you f it up by adding anybody or doing any stupid shit, unless somebody is injured, I'm gonna flip my fucking lid. I'm gonna be dead ass serious about this shit. I'm not even joking. Anything. You see my face right now? I'm ready to kick F that matchup. F it up, if you dare. I promise you, you're gonna see me flip my freaking leg. I'm not even joking about this shit. This is how heated I'm starting to get about it because you have you have opportunity to have Jay Cargill be undefeated in single competition in singles, never be pinned, never been submitted and admitted going into WrestleMania next year. But instead instead of doing that, you let her lose on SmackDown that nobody's gonna care about. Why? Why? You you're a smart man, Triple H. You're a smart man. You know what money look like. You know when you have something on the table. Stop messing it up. I'm gonna put this analogy one more time. You're on the 3 yard line. You can kick the ball. Kick the damn ball straight, nigga. Don't turn. Don't do no swerving in the corner roll. Don't do swerving in the corner roll. Whoa, don't be doing all that. We not beatboxing. We not doing all the damn. We not in the. We're not Eddie Guerrero car. We're not the Lambo. We're not any of this stuff. Just go straight. It's like talking to a kid. It's like talking to a newly. It's like talking to a new driver, and it's time, and it starts to scare you a lot because you don't know what the hell because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Just go straight. Don't turn the wheel. Don't turn it backward. Don't reverse. Straight, nigga. Straight, motherfucker. Straight. Just go straight. And and stop assaulting my intelligence. I know what you're like, that kid who want to show all the fucking work and want to have that and want to have this conversation. We all know. Okay, this is how I'm gonna put it. You that smart kid that's trying to change, they're trying to make the wheel into something that is not. The wheel is round, but you saying, "Oh, I can make it better by making it a square, or I can make it a rectangle, or an octagon, or oval, or anything else." No, the damn thing perfect. You're the same kid that be like, "Hey, two plus one plus one don't equal two, because I can find a way how it can equal three if you do this and that. If you subtract the 10 and you do the 4 and you multiply the decimals and shit. No, just motherfucker, just do it. Just sometimes don't complicate it. Your predecessor knew this. Sometimes when something's on the table and you know it's good, just go with it. Just go straight. That's all you gotta do.
Well, I mean, honestly, I will agree with that. See, I feel like the problem is that Triple H, he loves to he likes to extend storylines longer and way past than necessary. For example, the Judgment Day feud with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, right? It went on for quite a long time. Like I know that Rhea Ripley got injured during the middle of the feud and everything like that. So there was a lot of stuff that they had to do. But I feel like with that feud, to me, I feel like SummerSlam, I feel like after SummerSlam, that's when it should have kind of, at least like, that's when it should have been more resolved. Because I feel like it went on a little bit too long after SummerSlam. But
Bro, the thing is about that match that I have to say is this, and well, no, about that feud is this, and this is what made it very difficult. You made Rhea too powerful. And me and you had this conversation on bunch, but I'm just gonna say it one say it this time. You made her too powerful. I'm not gonna go in deep in what you could have did because we can make a video about that another day. But the problem that I have is this: you there are times where you have money, you have gold, where you know what you have, you know it's gold, and you're not, and either you downgrade it down to silver or you don't know what the hell you're doing, and that's the problem that I have with Triple H. That's what I just gotta say.
well, I mean, yeah, but again, I guess in a way, like Triple H is still trying to find his way. I mean, again, after decades of Vince McMahon booking and everything like that, it's gonna be a bit rough with Triple H in the beginning. And apparently, apparently 2024 was the first year that Triple H did booking all by himself, really, because apparently Vince McMahon was still there behind the scenes till 2024, as far as I heard and I'm aware of. Because he was still there in 2023. You know, like when he was selling TKO and he had that mustache on and everything. Y'all remember the iconic Vince McMahon mustache? He was still he was still kind of working, and I guess like now with Triple H being the ex- I guess with Triple H being the head of WWE right now in terms of booking and storylines and whatever. Uh, I want to say that hopefully in the future Triple H does improve. I mean, again, really tough time right now in WWE, especially with the build for WrestleMania not being too hot. But who knows? I mean, Triple H was able to do NXT, and maybe he might get that NXT energy back in sometime in the future.
I hope so. I hope so. I really do because if if we can get even a half of what he did for NXT for WWE, maybe I will change my mind. Right now, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm giving you another year to kind of get it. Okay, I'm gonna give you a great period this time, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I'm gonna say. There are four things I want you to. There are four things that I there are five things actually I know Triple H needs to do and he can do right, and it's on the freaking table. These are the five things. One, you better not fuck up John Cena winning 17 World Championship. Because if you do, you see how I was with Stephen A. I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on your ass, Triple H. So don't fuck that shit up. Number two, the Money in the Bank coming up. Those two matches. You got your two. You got. I already. You have your two winners already picked, in my opinion, and I think they are ready for it. These names are Dominic Mysterio and Selena Vega. I believe those two should win Money in the Bank. If you could do that perfectly, we're starting to get to the right direction. Number four, okay, don't fuck up the damn Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair storyline. Please do not mess this thing up. And finally, and I'm just going to say this right now, please, please, let CM Punk win the Royal Rumble next year. Now, he's going to main event this year, but I do think he deserves a Royal Rumble win. Let him win next year. And those are the five things I gotta say. Oh yeah, adding on point, Jake Cargill wins the Royal Rumble next year as well. Just adding that on too. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, honestly, I have the same opinions. I mean, I would like to see CM Punk win the Royal Rumble in 2026, though, because he deserves that. But who knows what could happen? So far, all we can do is wait and find out and see what Triple H will do. But as
Yeah,
long as Triple H does not do what Vince McMahon did in 2019, at least it's way better because
yeah,
I mean
uh,
2017 to 2019 WWE was rough.
yeah. We will be talking about that and about that on a later episode or something like that. But right now we are going to be heading out. Thank you for everyone, and thank you for everyone who's going to be tuning in to this episode. Yeah, this episode where you can find my social media here down below. You can find my boy Jelani. His social media down below, right?
Yeah. And if you want to
Uh,
know how to spell my Instagram, if you want to know, It's JELANIMOONAH.
and that's where and I will have that, and I will have the Instagram down below and the spelling as well for that. And all okay. Also, you want to find my Instagram? It's simple. It's just one real Jeffrey KL. KL stand for King Lion. Just want to let you know. Okay. Please like, comment, subscribe, and also send it to your friends if they want to see. If they want to see, and also. So if you have anything you want to talk about on the channel, just send it in the comment section below. And yeah, this is King Lion,
Jelani Muna.
and we will see you on the next podcast. See you later. Deuces.